is up, guys? It is Shining Polaris. I know it's been an extremely long time since I made a video, but fun fact is that I finally had my Wednesdays and Thursday off. But what happened was that the last 2 Wednesdays I have off, Dynamite had been on Saturday, and I had to work Saturday or I had to go somewhere. So that's why I hadn't been doing any videos on Rampage or Dynamite. But today I'm going to do a video about my experience and some of my thoughts on Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory. As you can see from my merch up here that I just came back from a amazing weekend at Las Vegas. So at Bound for Glory, it took place in Sam's Town in Las Vegas. I got there Wednesday night or very, very early Thursday morning, and I spent my time there, and I just got home today, which is Monday. And so, yeah, so we're just going to just run down through what happened, but before, I just want to point out some of the stuff I got. So, of course, I had to get merch. One of them is the Bound for Glory shirt up here, which I got. Of course, every pay-per-view I go to, I have to get a poster. So I'm also showing off some of the other Impact posters I got. So yeah, so the Bound for Glory one up here. And then, of course, Slammiversary, Hard to Kill. And then my favorite part was my poster here, which is almost signed completely. So finally met both the Good Brothers at their meet and greet over there, and I had them sign. And like I said, what I love about this poster is that, so right now it's at the Good Brothers Young Bucks signature, and they both, all 4 guys signed it really nicely and really big. So last will be Kenny Omega, which I have no idea when I'm going to see him. Hopefully at Full Gear, we'll see. Anyhow, may not be for a while, so I think I'm going to have this framed. So because, like I said, it may be a while since I actually will get to meet Kenny Omega. But anyhow, that was so cool. Like I said, met the Good Brothers, because you'll know I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. And chatted with them. Like I said, they were just so cool and fun to hang out with. So, all right. So for Bound for Glory, he said, so I got the titanium, platinum, whatever VIP ticket. That just basically gets you ringside and front row for all the, not only for the pay-per-view, but for the tapings. I only went to one taping, could not go to the other one because I have to go home. So, but that got me, I was basically first or second in line. So I got almost exactly the seats I wanted. So if you watch Bound for Glory, where I'm sitting by the ramp, that's where I want to be. So yeah, so we're just gonna go, like I said, to run down the whole thing. Can't remember if this was first. I think this was the second thing. It's weird because I didn't take any pictures of it, but we did crown the inaugural champ for their Impact's new belt, which is the digital media championship, which for VIP members we could take a picture of it after. So I have a very funny photo of myself. I look so ugly in it, but of me holding the belt. So who was in that match? It was 4-way. It was John Skyler, which I love booing, by the way, so give it up to him for everybody hating him. Madison, Rayne, Jordynne, Grace, and Fallah. So I personally, in that one, was thinking about picking Madison, Rayne for the only reason is because, like, the influence, they're very social media driven, so I figured that'd be, like, perfect for them to win it. But then now I see why she didn't win it. So anyway, but that's spoiler. I'm not gonna talk about it. But anyhow, so then my next pick would have just been Fallah, because Fallah's the best. He is so funny, and he really gets the crowd work. Everybody loves him. So, but who ended up winning that was Jordynne Grace, and good for her. Another great pick. She's one of the top women wrestlers in Impact, and like she won the Knockouts tag team title for a very short time, and then lost that, and been trying for the Knockouts championship. Can't win that. So out of the digital media championship is perfect, I think, for her. So congrats to Jordynne Grace. So then we had the Impact Hall of Fame little ceremony. This was for Awesome Kong. Gail Kim came out first to have a little speech and like talk about Awesome Kong a little bit. That whole ceremony was very moving and very touching. For both Gail Kim and Awesome Kong had some words about it, and then they brought out all the women that were going to be involved in some way in the pay-per-view coming out, and everyone's like hugging, and it was just a very touching moment. So that was the first thing for the pay-per-view. Okay, so then when Bound for Glory actually started, we started out with a really big match. I actually thought this was maybe towards the middle, towards the end, but we started out strong. This was for the Knockouts Championship, Tag Team Championship. This was Decay, who is the current champions, and they are facing a brand new Impact, Impact wrestlers, which is the Inspiration, aka the Iconics, Cassie and Jesse. And this was very cool. I always liked the Iconics. I feel like they were just a very funny tag team when they were in WWE. There were some people, they're very well liked, but I know a lot of people that don't like them because they think they're not very good wrestlers. Who cares? They're just they're so entertaining, and they're good on the mic. So that's really, that's important. So they, Inspiration had a grand entrance. They had their entrance sung by the artists that were singing their theme song. They came out super cocky and annoying, which is great. I love those annoying heels. And I had a feeling that they were going to win. So the great match. It was really funny because you have these two tag teams are just so different from each other. So it was funny to see them go at it. But yeah, Inspiration won the championship with their first try in their debut. A lot of people online, and mostly those I believe that don't like Impact as it is, really didn't like the outcome because they're just like, oh, this is WWE, a hot booking type deal. Have the newcomers come in and win the championship. I don't mind Inspiration winning because, like I said, they're such a very popular tag team. Impact, Impact, they're still a small company, still trying to, make a name for themselves and rising up. So, to have a very popular team like Iconics, Inspiration, winning the championship and then have everyone else go after them, I think it's funny. And like I said, if you give Inspiration, who are going to be those funny, annoying heels, to be a champion and just do everything they can to keep their belts. I don't know. I like other teams chasing the heel champions. So to me, that's fine. And like I said, I like the Inspiration, so I cannot wait to see more of them on Impact. The next match was X Division. The X Division match. This was to crown the new X Division champ, since it was Josh Alexander that won it, and he had to vacate it to go after the world title. So there is no current champion. All X Division matches are always amazing. So this one we had Trey Miguel versus El Phantasmo, ELP, and Steve Maclin. And I am a big fan of Trey Miguel. If you guys don't know, he is the current Warrior Wrestling champion, which is a Chicago-based wrestling show. So yes, I was out there cheering for him hard, and they've been building Trey a lot too, because he's super babyface. Everyone loves him, and ELP and Steve Maclin are a lot, and we all booed at them. That was so. Yes, and then you have Steve Maclin and Trey Miguel been having a little feud for a couple months now, so we can see that continue to build during this match. Like I said, very very cool, fast, high flying matchup. You have ELP trying to do all his heel tactics, such as he does a lot of the back scratching, which is very strange to me. He's trying to kick everybody in the midsection, right? And then he just does all these these weird stuff to try to win. I don't know how to word it. And then Steve Maclin is just basically your big power guy, so he's just beating everyone up. No surprise, at the end we have Trey Miguel winning this, which is very well deserved. He's been working super hard over the past year and grown so much, and everybody loves him now. So him being the new X Division champ, very well deserved on his Twitter, and even there you can see he got very emotional. I know he's been working very hard on that, so that's very cool. BBD versus Heath and his surprise tag team partner. So this was one that I think a lot of people were disappointed because they could have used this possible to introduce a new person. So, but they didn't, which is fine, because again, part of the story. This was BBD. This was Joe Doring and Cody Deaner versus Heath. and it was with surprise partner. So Heath comes out and it's just, you know, like 2 against 1 kind of deal. So he was getting his ass whooped by VBD, and but you know, he's waiting for his friend Rhyno to jump in and help him. So you know, towards the end of that match, Rhyno did come in, everybody was cheering, and the good guys won, right? So I was really hoping that, again, this was maybe the debut of like someone else. That didn't happen. A lot of people were disappointed. It was fine. I mean, this is part of the story, so it was good to see Rhyno like on the good side again against BBD, and also you'll probably see it on Impact this Thursday. But it's, like I said, I actually do like VBD. I just don't cheer for them in person, but I like Eric Young, and Eric Young is cleared, so he will be wrestling again very soon. So that's good to finally see Eric Young all healed up and back in the ring. So, the battle royale. So sorry, I didn't watch my notes because there's so much things going on. Yeah, so the battle royale was next. This was for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. If you guys don't know what that is, just think of it kind of like the Money in the Bank briefcase type deal. So the winner will receive like a little trophy or a cup, and they can use that to go after any championship they want anytime that they want. So these battle royals are always fun because there's always a few like cameos, or it's possibly a surprise debut here. So for this one, we started out with Chris Sabin, who is number 1. And then number 2 was Rocky Romero. So I was like, yes, awesome to see him on Impact. So of course, like, I like Rocky, so I was cheering him on. And I will say both of those guys, being number 1 and number 2, lasted almost the whole entire battle royale. So just they have a lot of people there, but some of the really fun surprises they had was, you know, we had Laredo Kid there. Melina came over this, so that was really cool to see Melina there. And then you had the friggin' demon-like character wrestler from WCW. That was actually just very funny. Because shortly before the demon came out, it was Johnny Swinger, and it was very funny because Swinger was like really over. Like, he's such a fun character. Like, you cannot like not cheer for him. So when the demon came out, Swinger like took an autograph like pad out, and he was like, sign this. And so the demon guy, I don't know if he actually signed it or pretended to sign it, but like a second later tossed Swinger out of the ring, so Swinger was eliminated. I thought that was like really funny. So yeah, and also you had Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards both came out one after another, and they went after Moose with the Kendall stick. I uploaded a clip of that onto my Twitter because it was just so funny. They were beating him up so hard that like their Kendall stick broke, and you know, getting hit by a Kendall stick, it's like very hard to fake that. You will definitely feel pain getting hit by that thing. So, but surprisingly, both those Alicia and Eddie both got eliminated shortly after that, so they really weren't in the gauntlet too long. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, I think that's all for that main thing. So so at the end, you know, you had W. Morrissey was the last one to come out at number 20. So it was like highly anticipated that he's probably gonna win that because he's the last and he's like the big guy. But then, you know, Moose is still in there, and Moose is all about himself. So even though Morrissey is like, they're not friends, but they're like tag team partners kind of. Moose did eliminate Morrissey, and I currently cannot remember who were the last 2, but Moose won the gauntlet, which everybody was really happy about. Like I said, Moose being a super heel, but he had been dominating for a very long time on Impact, and a lot of people were saying that he should have won when he faced Kenny Omega, but just saying, no one could beat Kenny, so that's why he didn't win that time. But anyway, but we will talk about that later because Moose was involved later in the show, but we'll talk about that later. All right, so the next after that gauntlet match was for the tag team titles, and this was a triple threat match. This was Good Brothers current champion facing against Finjuice and the Bullet Club of Hikuleo and Chris Bay. So, you know, I may be biased because I like my elite guys, but I will say this is probably the weakest card on of the night. A lot of people don't like. A lot of people agreed to. I felt that, because I watched the number one contendership match live, and which was a Finjuice versus Bullet Club, and it was a very strange ending to that. Like, nobody really knew who won, and I guess maybe that was the point, and then they turned into a triple threat. I rather would have just had it. Good Brothers versus Bullet Club, okay? Just do the two-way. Instead, they did the triple threat instead. But, I will say, like I said, with this match, it was mostly Bullet Club and Finjuice that were going at it. The Good Brothers mostly waiting on the side. They did obviously come in and wrestle a bit, but it looked like to me, especially the way that it ended, that like I said, you know how the Elite, they're trying to they're just trying to win at all costs by doing as little work as possible. So it looked like they were purposely just trying to not be in the match, and then at the end, like it was who specifically? I think it was Juice Robinson and Chris Bay that were going at it, and it was Finjuice landed like a big move onto Chris Bay, so he was I can't remember who it is. I guess maybe it was Finlay that was pinning Chris Bay. You had Carl Anderson come in, push Finlay out of the way, then pinned Chris Bay, and the Good Brothers retained that way. So it was kind of like the surprise roll-up win or surprise win, that kind of deal. And then they they ran out of the ring with their belts, like no time to celebrate, just ran out, and they were like, yeah, we won, and then walked off. So and I've said this I said this a lot on my Twitter, because I was really hoping that this match was going to end with a big surprise, and then nothing happened. But I think one of the reasons why especially the surprise that I predict, was because for two reasons. The G1 climax just ended, so maybe didn't have too much time to. But it's possible, but it's not. But whatever. Didn't have too much time to get ready for if it was going to happen, right? G1 to Bound for Glory, and other thing could be quarantine. Trying to get people from Japan to Impact. So anyhow, but not saying that will never happen, because I feel like we're going to have eventually, like I said, the Elite versus Bullet Club war. So, may not happen today at Bound for Glory or whenever, but it's going to happen very, very soon in the future. All right. So that's what we have for that. Then the next was, the two big matches everybody wanted to see. So this one was for the Knockouts titles of Deonna Purrazzo versus Mickie James. And Deonna came out with this really grand gear. She was like kind of dressed like a purple pope. She's looking so holy. And Mickie James, came out in all her cowboy white gear. Very, very good match. I mean, no doubt, I'm going to be biased. I want to say the main event was probably the best match. This knockout one was very, very close second. They were both super, super good. You have Deonna, who is probably, if not the number one, top two best women wrestlers right now. And I'm serious about that. Like, I put her, she's one of my favorites. I put her like on the top, one of my favorite women wrestlers right now. I will say, like, at the end of this match, we had Mickie James finally defeating Deonna, and Deonna was a longtime champion. I like Mickie James a lot, don't get me wrong. I just felt like Deonna should have retained and then keep continuing her extremely, extremely long reign. But, storytelling wise, you got Deonna was like a super villain herself, and Mickie James, just trying to defend herself like at her home and everything. So story wise, yes, you want to have the good guys win, and I'm happy for Mickie. It's not like I'm like mad that she won or whatever, but I just felt like Deonna should have won. Now, there was speculation that maybe Deonna let the championship go because maybe her contract is up. I'm not sure about that at all, so I can't really comment on that. But people are saying that maybe her contract's up and that she's AEW, maybe want to be AEW bound. I'm not sure, or that even she stay in Impact, maybe we'll finally get that Britt Baker versus Deonna match, you know, that we all want, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know anything if any of those are true or whatever, but we'll see. But like I said, that this is from all the matches with the title change. This is the one that I wish would have stayed with Deonna. So that's just my opinion. But like I said, I'm very happy that Mickie James won. So then your last was, of course, the big main event. This was Christian Cage, current Impact champion, versus Josh Alexander. And oh my God, this match was very good. I don't really care about match ratings, but I'm just curious how they're gonna rate this, because this was, like I said, this was very good. Where I was sitting, maybe about a dozen people away from me, you had Josh Alexander's wife and their very young son on the ringside watching the match, and I was kind of looking at them. I think I did videotaped a little bit too, because she was like really crying, and I'm like, oh, because he's gonna win this. Like, it's so, you know, they worked so hard to finally be like the champion. So it was just very touching just to see the family there and like crying. So so the match started. Yeah, like I said, just go and watch this if you can. It's very, very good. At the end, there was the way that they were building Josh up. I was like, there is no way that they're going to make him lose. And also, like, I feel like on the AEW side, we are trying to build up this like mini feud war, whatever, with the Elite versus, I don't know what his Christian Cage's group is, but you know, it's Christian with Bryan Danielson and Jurassic Express. So I don't know what their group is called, but you know, they've been feuding with each other. So I'm thinking we're just gonna continue that. And also, there's rumors that for Full Gear may have Christian versus Adam Cole. But like I said, that is AEW, so we're gonna talk about that in a future AEW video. But anyhow, Josh Alexander. So. And the way he won was very surprising to me. Not really, but you know, it's like you don't see too many like especially big matches like that where people win by submission. So of course, you know, he's known for his like ankle lock thing. So he was doing this crazy submission move to Christian, and he was trying everything he can to tangle him up so Christian can't crawl to the rope and break it up. So after like I don't know if he was kneeling on his hands or tying his hands up, but Christian had nowhere to go, so Christian tapped, and Josh Alexander won. So he is the new Impact World Champion, and it's great because they had his little graphic up on Twitter on their Impact page. So it was, again, very emotional, and if you listen to the commentators, like you'll hear Stryker, like he's like crying, you know, because he's so happy that Josh won. And I like how Stryker said, "What other sport like make you this emotional when you see a winner?" And it's true, because like you just see his wife and kid came up to the ring, and they were just hugging each other, and like you see like the real tears going. You think that was over in the episode? I thought so too. But what happened? Friggin' Moose came over with his Call Your Shot gauntlet and was like, right now, to go for the title right now. And we were all watching that like, he really doing that? So anyway, so yeah, so Josh like had to like push his family to the side. He's trying to protect them. Moose comes in, spears Josh with like a devastating spear, and pins Josh. I was like, he's not gonna win this. Pins him. Ref goes 1, 2, 3. Moose wins it. Beats Josh. He is your new Impact World Champion. So Josh was literally champion for like 10 seconds. Like literally maybe 3 minutes. And that was it. So you know what's great? And I will say, when I went to the Impact taping, Scott, yes, was it Scott? No. Maybe it was Penzer. One of them were saying that like the ending of this show was so crazy that, yeah, I mean, definitely Impact was trending, and they were like, everyone in the wrestling world is talking about Impact, which I'm like, I love it, even though a lot of it was negative, because nobody wanted Moose to win like that. But I think it was, in my opinion, I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It was because Moose is now your super, super heel. Josh is your super baby face. Now Josh is you're gonna have a feud between them, and Josh is going to, you know, build his way up to try to win that, like, again. And you will have Moose, which I hope he, you know, just becomes this dominating champion for as long as they let him be. Because Moose same position as Josh. He's been trying to be the champion for a very, very long time. So I mean, my opinion, well deserved for Moose too. So very happy about that ending. A lot of people didn't like it. As you can see on my Twitter, it was kind of disappointing because I hate seeing like my AEW followers and some of them I consider friends just really shitting on Impact for that ending, which I think was a great ending. So, anywho, this video is going very long. It's almost 30 minutes. I don't think y'all want to hear me rant that much, but yeah, that was my thoughts and my takes on that. It just some general stuff about the area. So, you know, I took some video and pictures of the ring. The venue held about 1,000 people, and it was sold out. So yeah, so I posted some great shots of the area too, so you guys can see like how big it is. I am going to watch it on pay-per-view today because I want to see what it looks like. It looked like somehow the lighting was not very good on the pay-per-view, which sucked. I don't know why it was so dark. They should have really lightened it up. But obviously when I was there, it was very well lit. You can see in my clips, it was fine. Yeah, some people were saying that the audience didn't sound so hot or whatever too. Again, maybe because I'm at ringside and the people around me are very loud. And I myself cheer a lot too. So I was fine on the sound and the lighting. So yeah, so I guess I will say that's all I have to say about that. The next taping will be, this is for Turning Point. This will be around November 20th. I am not sure if I can attend that, so we'll have to see. Like, a lot of things have to happen for me to able to go to Impact, because it will be in Vegas, and it's going to be right before Thanksgiving, right after Full Gear, which I'll be attending. So, so if you ask me how did I like my trip in Vegas, and I know I say this for every single pay-per-view that I've ever gone to. You know, I went to all of AEW's pay-per-views, and I say it's the best one ever. Just went to All Out, best one ever, right? Now, I admit there are some things on Bound for Glory I wish that could have happened, but I'm not going to talk about it. But after Bound for Glory was probably some of the most amazing time I have. So it's going to be extremely hard to beat the experiences that I had after Bound for Glory. So we'll see if Full Gear lives up to it. I mean, Full Gear, the show will probably be better than Bound for Glory. I'll admit that. But like I said, my experience I had with my new friends, you know, my new friends after Bound for Glory was so cool. I think that was a once in a lifetime thing to have. And I only told about 5 people about what happened. So sorry guys, you're not going to hear about it because I don't brag. But anyway, so yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. And I know it's a long video, but whatever. I just had stuff to say. Follow me on Twitter, Shining Polaris. And my birthday's coming up soon. And, you know, thank you guys for just listening to me rant about Impact and AEW. Follow me on TikTok, Shining Polaris AEW. I'll be posting a lot of clips of Bound for Glory. So check it out there. And, yeah, I guess that's all I got to say. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.